it's probably one of the most frustrating things that can happen to your business, and this is not making any sales at all with your Google Ads, right? So if you're making like okay sales and you want to scale, or if you're not just profitable yet, these are different stories. But if you're really at zero and if you cannot make it work at all, let's say you have a handful of sales in total, then this is usually a totally different thing that you have to work on. So this is not just, making some small optimizations and changes. And this is exactly what today's video is about. So if you're massively struggling with Google Ads, if you cannot make it work, if you didn't make massive sales so far, or if you are just interested in some of the main things that you need to have to watch out for, then this video is exactly right for you. So what to do if your Google Ads make almost zero sales? Well, I want to introduce something that I call the zero sales pyramid. I know that this name is a little bit stupid, but I thought about it, and I thought about the reasons why so many people actually make zero sales. People on YouTube, people that enter my training and they start at literally zero and they tell me like, hey, I haven't been able to make this work at all. And I kind of see a pattern here. I kind of see what's normally missing out for those people and what you should work on first. So the first step on the zero sales pyramid at the very top is modifying your ads, okay? So if you're making zero sales or almost zero sales, the first thing that you should of course do is modifying your ads. And it's actually very, very straightforward, because ads can be changed quickly and easily, right? If you are not currently making any sales, the first natural thing to do is looking at your ads. But often they are not responsible for making zero sales or almost zero sales, because there is a deeper issue. Think about it. If you, let's say, know quite a lot about Google Ads, which you may do after watching a whole lot of YouTube videos, after taking a course like mine or someone else's course, chances are that you are not like a total newbie when it comes to Google, right? And I have to be 100% honest here. It doesn't mean that you need just more information. But ads are often the problem if you make few sales or if you aren't profitable yet. So if you are in a situation where, let's say, you make a couple of thousands a month, or where you've made like 30 sales already, 20 sales already, so this means you're doing something right, but you're not satisfied, then of course ads can be a major thing where you just have to get better at. However, one of the things that you need to try if you're literally at almost zero or zero is to try search if you only use shopping so far, and the other way around. Because what we want to do here is we want to make big changes. You don't get from 0 sales to 20 sales by just, decreasing your bid from 80 cents to 60 cents, or by switching your bid strategy from maximized clicks to manual clicks. It's very unlikely that this will make all the difference for you. So we have to look for these big, bold changes. Also, it could mean that you have to edit your feed to choose an image that stands out. I've seen people that I've worked with, and they came to me, they did pretty well on Facebook, and then they were like, hey, can you help me fix that? We sat together, we did some coaching together, and I realized that their images are super, super boring. They looked like every other image. Sometimes they were like super bad, they were pixelated. I've seen it all. And if you really want your ads to work out, you have to make sure that your feed is well optimized, and especially that your image is somewhat standing out, right? So this is something that you should do if you're at almost zero, because as I said, those really, really tiny tweaks and changes will not do the trick. Also, you should double check on the keywords that you show up for. So if you look at your search term report and you realize that there is almost no keyword that makes a lot of sense in your context, or there are a lot of keywords that are just eating away your budget, this is something that you should really pay attention to right away. Now, okay, this is probably all not new stuff for you, but the second step in the zero sales pyramid is the landing page. So the second step is remaking your landing page, because now that's where things are getting more interesting, right? If you make zero sales, don't blame it on the ads alone. Sure, they will play a role, but blame it, for example, also on the landing page. Because if you have a few hundred clicks or something, if you get, I've seen people like getting 1,000 clicks, 500 clicks to their site without a sale, or maybe just one sale. And in this case, it's pretty difficult to just blame the Google Ads for it, right? It can be a factor, but sure, landing page is surely something that you have to work on. So many dropshipping stores look like shit, unfortunately, right? I mean, I've seen it all. I've seen all the same stores, always the same theme, always the same tactics, hacks, elements, and people are just not really enticed to buy from many of these stores. And think about it, if you're using Google Shopping, people have like 20 stores right at their fingertips, unlike on Facebook. So on Facebook, if you are okay, but you have a good product, people are like, okay, this is interesting, I want to try that out. They buy it, right, eventually. But if you're using Google, if you're using Google Shopping, you have a very, very powerful traffic source, but if you don't know how to use it correctly, people will just hit the back button, they will shop from another store because they can literally get your exact product from 20 different stores, right? This is, the bad thing about Google Shopping. There are many great things. This is the bad thing about Google Shopping. And it means that you have to gain trust immediately. You cannot just have one of these stores with everything flashing up. And usually those that are literally making 0 sales, they also do some things very, very wrong with your landing page. So very rarely do I see a business making 0 sales or almost 0 sales that have good or at least okay ads and a good landing page. So these two elements, most of the time, at least one of them is off in this case. Now, the easiest way to bring across that trust and to entice people to buy is by having a niche store, because you can adapt the design to your niche, you can speak directly to your audience, and you can make them feel like more comfortable, you can evoke more trust, and you can just be seen as like an authority or as a store that they want to shop on. It's very difficult to do that with a general store because you cannot really copy Amazon. It doesn't work that way. They have this brand, but it's also very difficult to just give people the feeling, hey, we are this super quality, we are that high authority and trustworthy online store, because they cannot really connect to you. You're about everything and nothing really. It can work, of course. I've seen a lot of very powerful, profitable online general stores, some of them also being my clients or students, but in general, with the niche store, you normally see more success right here. And also use elements like live chat, well-written descriptions, and very good images. Now, this is extremely important. Don't just, if your supplier only has some really, really bad pixelated 400 pixel images and you're like, yeah, whatever, that's fine, I will take it. That doesn't work that way. You really have to insist on getting some good images or getting another supplier for the product. Because if you have an okay or good product, but your images are really bad, your conversion rates will massively suffer from that. All right, then the third step is actually test new products. So if these first two things didn't work, so modifying your ads, which is the easiest and quickest of these, or remaking your landing page in some ways, then it may just mean that your products are off, okay? So picking and testing new products is the third logical step on that pyramid. And maybe your product just sucked, right? Your ads could have been great, your landing page can be good, but if your products just suck because no one wants them, because the demand is not really there, or you kind of misinterpreted the search volume and they were actually looking for something else, then chances are that you just have to do something else too. So test 20 to 50 products at once, not more, to get decent test results, right? So you shouldn't test 200 at once, because then all of them, you will get 5 clicks here, 3 clicks there. It will be very difficult to tell which product is actually a winner and which product is like performing really, really poorly. Also, test new products from your store, or at new ones in the first place. Okay, so what you can do, I think I've wrote some stupid stuff here. Test new products from your store or at new ones in the first place. This doesn't make any sense, so don't listen to that. What I meant with that is you should test new products from your store, or you put entirely new products in your store from AliExpress or wherever you are sourcing your products from. So I think it makes a lot of sense. If you have 100 products in your store, you only tested 10 so far, throw in some other products from your store. Or if you feel like your products are all kind of similar, then of course you should also put entirely new products in your store and then in your campaigns. And what is important here is that you try entirely different products and not just slight variations. So if you have been unsuccessful with blue, skirts, right? Don't just take the same skirt in red, because chances are this won't make it. Don't use different colors or slightly different styles, anything like that. Try entirely different products. So if you only tested, let's say, drones so far, now try like a dog collar, or now try like a Bluetooth watch. Or if you're in a niche store, like in a fashion store, try completely different items of clothing, different, completely different styles, not just a very slight variation, because that's how you can really try if something else works better. So if you run a general store, of course, you can also try entirely new categories instead of just multiple products within one very specific category. So here's actually where a general store can give you some advantages in testing early on, even though, of course, I'm not really a big general store fan, as you can probably tell by now. Okay, so as a little recap for the 0 sales pyramid. First, modify the ads because it's the quickest thing to do usually, then do the landing page remake because chances are that just your landing page sucks and it's not your products or your ads fault, and then go with new products, test new products if these both things didn't work. Now, sure, there are a lot of details to each of these steps, right? Modifying your ads, it's not something that you do like this, but the point is that the ads part is usually, as I said, the quickest. You can jump into it, you can do an optimization project, you can have a look at it. Landing page is extremely important, and researching and testing new products is something that you should do all the time anyway. Alright, so now in the end of this video, I just wanted to come up with a very quick little side note and new thing, and this is that I'm currently offering some free, clarity calls in a way that that you can jump on with me. So you see here some of the people that I had calls with in the past, and this is just a tiny fraction of people. I've probably done way over 100 so far. And the point is that I have got a lot of messages of people that were telling me like, hey, I want to work with you. I want to buy your training. I want to get coaching from you. I wanted so many different messages, but they were all not sure what is the best for them. Like, what is the best for their situation? How can I help? Or what to do in their situation right now? And I decided that I want to, at least for a limited time, until I run out of time, basically, I'm offering free calls for people. We hop on the phone for 20 minutes. You tell me about your current situation, about your business, where you want to get, and I'm basically trying to help you out, like what is the right direction. So what is the direction that you want to step into? What is something that I may help you with? Like, would a coaching from my side be the right thing for you? Would something else be better? Are you on the right track right now? Basically, I want you to gain clarity in that call, and then if it's a good fit, if it works for you, if you find like some new inspiration on that call and some new ideas, then of course we might also be working together in the future. But the point is that this is just a free call so that we can get to know each other and see whether something like that works for you or whether you are just on the right track with Google and your e-commerce business in general. So as I said, normally I'm selling these one-on-one consultation calls, but this is not an actual consultation in that sense. It's 20 minutes, it's free, at least until, I'm just getting overbooked here. So jump to the website that I've linked to you in the description, and you can schedule your free clarity call right now. Probably I'm doing this, I don't know, for a couple of weeks, maybe 1 or 2 weeks until I just get too many bookings. The landing page is not too fancy. I just set it up for you to book on that because I got so many requests. So I'm looking forward to meet you on one of these calls so that you can get new clarity, information, tips, insights in your e-commerce business using Google Ads. All right, I've talked a lot now. I hope that you got some value out of this video. If you did, please leave a like and please subscribe for more Google Ads, e-commerce, dropshipping, marketing content. And of course, let me know in the comments, like, are you currently at 0 sales? Are you currently making 0? What is your current level? And do you plan to do one of the things that I've mentioned in this video right here? Are you going to change your landing page? Are you going to work on adding new products? Or do you think you just have to rebuild your campaign? Would be very interesting to know. Let me know in the comments. And now I'm looking forward to see you in the next video or talk to you on one of these free clarity calls. Until then, thanks for watching. I wish you all the best with your business, and bye-bye.